What is up, game changers? My name is Juniper Blue Mystique. I need to talk to you about something very important at this time. Time, as you know it, has now rewound all the way back to the beginning. With the ending of last year and the beginning of this year, we are now in the beginning of time again. And it's not what you think is going to come forward. You need to take this time very seriously. I got major downloads, and we're going to talk about that. Before I get into that, this is the end game, game changers. I have spent the last 4 years causing and bringing about the return of Christ. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I do now completely. Again, my name is Juniper Blue Mystique. That is what Spirit called me upon my own Kundalini awakening back in 2019. From there, I started having all these crazy things happen to me, from just a sudden awakening to seeing all these things that weren't real, that were lies, that were going to happen. I saw the pillars of the White House crumble and fold. I saw all of these things happen, and I didn't get it. Then I started doing things. I started healing people like I've never seen done before. It just came through me. Nobody taught me how. Nobody knew how to teach me how. Nobody understood what I was doing. And I'm talking healing ailments you've never seen healed before, okay? And not with medications. Then I started doing things to the earth. I rose Atlantis by sitting on Saturn, cleared my contract when I drowned. Then I started clearing Mount Shasta. Then I activated the pyramid in Fiji, opened up the God portal. Then I activated pyramids all over the globe, from Indonesia, Myanmar, Machu Picchu, Budapest, Peru, Brazil, many more. Thailand. There's a lot, and they're all on this channel. It was all recorded and witnessed because I was nudged to do so back then, and I didn't know why. I thought it was just for my people that would come to my workshops. Now I know why. This is an urgent message that needs to be heard and needs to be understood, okay? Because what I've done is quite complex. It's kind of outside of our mental capacity. It's very important to take your time and feel into the things that I say and watch what I tell you to watch, because that is the only way you're going to understand what I'm telling you. The only way to become enlightened is through pure soul growth, okay? Let go of all the BS and become awakened by letting them go and growing into what is true and what is not. Your body will tell you, not the mind, not your ego, not your shadow. And no longer karma can exist. This is the great rewind. I've been saying that. So if you go back and watch my pyramid activations, you're going to hear me rewind time. In a few of them, I rewound time all the way back to the beginning. With the Sphinx, I activated the Sphinx, which is not really called the Sphinx, you guys. It's called Horus Return. And when I dried the Nile this last year, they told me I was Sekhmet, and I called back my power from that lifetime. So the return of Christ consists of Adam and Eve, Jesus and Mary Magdalene, and Sekhmet and Horus. And I can prove all of that to you. It's what I've been undoing. It wasn't just Jesus, but I undid that too. I united him and Mary Magdalene and undid the unholy grail, which was a contract written in his blood. What you don't understand is all of the lies they have fed you and fed you and fed you and fed you and continue to do so. And this is something to listen to. This is something to take very seriously. If you can hear me and you want an opportunity to bypass what's about to come, there's only one way to do that. That's the path to righteousness. If you don't want to do that, that's fine with me too, because that is only a gift given to some. It's a blessing. It's an honor, in truth. It is the only thing that could prevent what's about to happen to the collective soul for you. So we are now sitting in the beginning of time. I keep getting downloads these last few days of Adam and Eve. My time is Eve. I was saying that. I've been saying that a lot lately. I keep seeing that time frame. We are now back in the beginning of time. And I kept telling you, none of your past lives are going to matter. It's a great reset. And now I see it clearly. When I kept saying I was undoing time, I thought I was just undoing all that had happened in the darkness, but I've literally undone time. And you can look on my channel. It's all the undoing the false concept of time. I recently did another one, prepping for the event. Okay, the event happens through me. And I know what that is too. I'm telling you right now, that we have rewound all the way back to the beginning of time. None of your past lives are going to matter ever again. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you think you are. I don't care anything. This is God's work. Do you understand? God has returned, and I was Eve. I was also Mary. I was Sekhmet. They're the same soul. And I've undone all darkness. And you can go ahead and look for proof, because I have every bit of it. This is something you need to take very seriously and not let your shadow stop you. Because what you do now will absolutely, unequivocally, no doubt, determine your outcome. And it may not be pretty. And I'm tired of people saying, oh, we're all healing and we're all doing this. You can't do this outside of God. Period. That's even what the Bible tells you. Repent and seek Jesus now. God gave you the path home. There is only one. There is only one. Some of you might make it through this rapture as we start to go forward now from this day forward. Okay, we are going to start to go forward again. The path forward is the rapture. It will kick you out through every portal. It's not a joke. I can see it solidified now in the energy of the collective soul. Okay, time was reversed all the way back to the beginning of time, and now we are about to go forward. And this forward path is the new earth. And I've said this in pieces. I've said this before, but it needs to be heard. It needs to be taken seriously because it's true. I didn't understand it myself all the way until now. Okay. These last few days, I've had a lot of pressure on me. There's a lot of things going on with me and my twin flame. I can't talk to him though, so I don't know what's going on his end, but I can tell you what I feel on the inside. Yesterday was very painful. Time reset. All your lives have been measured. Your heart has been reviewed by God. I know how to get into the new earth because I do the heart reviews. I hold the keys. You have to have no karma. Zero. Because we've taken it back to the beginning of time. Karma will no longer exist on this planet. You are about to watch a karmic kickback. Every day going forward now, it is going to be a karmic kickback for every single person on this planet. And nobody is exempt. Nobody is going to be able to escape what is about to unfold on this planet. Are you strong enough to not let anything take you away from love? Are you strong enough to keep growing as a soul? It's going to take strength you didn't know you had. This I guarantee you. Some will rise into beauty and grace. Others will fall. And you won't stay here. This will not be an earth divided anymore. It is only and solely from this day forward an earth of God. It's not a joke. Time has now reversed. We are now sitting in the very beginning of time. And now I get completely why Spirit kept calling it the seventh wave of creation that I brought about. The Great Reset. It is now the seventh wave of creation. You are about to see the mountains shake, the earth tremble and crumble, and the move. Things are going to move in ways you've never expected to see. It's outside of your mental capacity. What is about to come forward? I can tell you right now, I keep getting downloads of my life as Eve. That is not a joke. It's serious. It's not something to be feared. It's something to take serious. If you're refusing to grow, if you're refusing to meditate, if you're refusing to do the work and to listen to God, to listen to your spirit, to listen to your heart, to become purified, and all you want to do is focus on the mundane, the bullshit, the judgment, the ego, the money, you're in trouble. It is very important now to let go all of what does not matter. Again, I would encourage those who are pure enough in the heart and get the blessing enough to take the path to righteousness that I have, because that is everything that I've done. That is the only sure way to make it through. That is the only sure way to see clearly the whole way through and to remove yourself from the carnage of the earth that's about to unfold. Because if you don't think the rapture is real, I don't know what to tell you. What was done to God, what was done to myself and my DM over many moons was not okay. Love will be the only thing that reigns. Love will be the only thing that survives. And that is not as easy as the word itself. It's not always easy to be the vibration of love when you have healing to do. Trust me, I see this every day. People tell me all the time, I'm healing, I don't need you. Good luck to you. You need God. If I'm the one that brought it through and your ego tells you otherwise, beware. Because I have all the proof. I'm not afraid to prove. I'm not some egocentric maniac who just wants attention. It hurt what I went through. And not one soul is going to escape what's about to unfold on this planet, on this earth. The rapture is very real. That's why they tell you repent and find Jesus now. That is the only way through, is through the one who brought it about. What I say, every detail of everything that I say is very meaningful, very important, and very layered. And it does require your diligence and paying attention and letting everything else go. You have no idea how much negativity was just spewed at me over these last weeks, months, and years. How much the attempt to stop me on this journey kept coming and coming and coming. And somehow I survived. We actually succeeded and we won all the way. The return of Christ is complete. I kept saying that. But I know now this portal everybody was talking about, this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, whatever, it's not what you think it was. You are now sitting in the beginning of time. Your every life has been measured, reviewed, and you are being magnified through God at this time. Not all of you belong here. If you can hear me, you probably do. You probably have work to do. And you should probably make sure that you are keeping your ego and your shadow at bay. Because it will try to stop you. I invoke it. That's what I do as a master healer and who I am. And I watch people fall prey to it every day. It is very important for you to let go of all the BS that keeps you simple and silly and thinking that you have time. You don't have time. As we start to move forward from this day on, things are going to change for every single soul on this planet. The karmic playout is not going to be a pretty one, and they can't escape. 2 days ago, there was this video shared on Facebook, and I was going to share it with all of you, but that's okay. You can probably look it up. Where the government buildings are in Washington, they keep repeating these warnings. This is a test for hours and hours on end at night. They're making bunkers. They're preparing. They know, and they're not telling you anything. They're going to keep blaming it on things that don't exist. You need to be able to decipher truth from falsehoods, from what is real, from what is not. And the only way to do that is to heal completely. And I have so many people tell me, I'm healing on my own. Warning. It takes more than you think it does. It's not just as simple as layered healing. Do you understand? In the path to righteousness, I heal you all the way back to the beginning of time. This is what you must do. And most do not know how. Most are not connected to God's light as it is. Because unless you've healed enough and you've had all the DNA activations, you are not. You can watch my videos. I speak very diligently about what's to come in each of them. And I had to process it because it was coming through me. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I was just knowing I had to do it. It was in my soul. It was my blueprint, is what I had to do. It was the only way to survive for me. And I surely wasn't going to allow suffrage anymore because of what happened to me in my DM is not okay. What happened to all of you is not okay. And it ends now. Time has now rewound all the way back to the creation of God, of what God did, of what God created, Adam and Eve. That is what I did. I undid everything all the way back to the beginning of time, and I just watched that part play out. So now what's going to come forward goes with the rest of what I did. You might want to watch those. Things burn and crack and move and change and rearrange, and water will cleanse. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you? Are you watching what's going on in the earth? This is not a time to be complacent. This is the end of time. You either change and grow completely into the purity of who you are through God's eyes. Who am I? Otherwise, maybe you're not ready. And you will go somewhere else for another 26,000 year cycle or something. It'll be a long time. And everything will start all over no matter who you are. So even if you're like, oh, I don't care what she's saying, blah, blah, I don't have to do any of this. Your past lives are gone. They do not exist anymore. I have been saying that. I have been warning that. I have been letting you guys know what's happening. I've been trying to give the keys. I've been trying to give the warnings. I've been trying to tell you guys, hey, watch this video, watch this video, watch this video. Because you don't know what's coming. And the only way to know what's coming truthfully, because it's outside of our capacity, is to really diligently pay attention to the words that I have said in my workshops. I have to do the same. Because I channel them. I do the work. They come through me and happen to me. And boy, things have been rearranged. It's a challenge. It's soul growth. It's not just about, oh, yay, I'm here and I don't care what she says and I can do it on my own and I'm good. I've been treated so poorly. And I'm going to tell you right now, the downloads these last few days have been back to the beginning of time. The reset has occurred. That doesn't mean that we just get to move forward now and everything's peachy. No. Now is the karmic play out. You are about to watch this unfold, and do not grab your popcorn. I have said that over and over. That is not right. Because nobody is karmic free. Nobody. Nobody is exempt, and you cannot see the purity of who you are until you heal it all. There is no way, let me repeat, there is no way you can see everything clearly until you've healed it all. I couldn't, and I know you can't either. You don't know who you are and what you're capable of and what you're supposed to do. There were people I was like, you're a healer, you're supposed to be this and you're supposed to be that, and they didn't believe me. They jumped off the path because they couldn't see it. So just because I say something that you can't see yet doesn't mean it's not there. I can see all of the heart because of who I am. Only a God can do a pure heart review, and I do them all the time. That is what gets you into the new earth. So I'm going to tell you right now, you can't see who you are completely until you've healed yourself all the way. And in order to do that, you better be a master healer, and you better be one now. There are so many people still anchored into the darkness. So many people refuse to hear what I say. I've said repeatedly, if you are doing work at Mount Shasta, you're in trouble. You need to heal it. If you've done work with people that do that, you need to heal that. There's more darkness in you than you know. And now as we go forward, it's going to start kicking back. If you hear that music, it's my washer. It sings to me. Guys, I'm saying this way because it's more serious than you know. It's not something to keep mocking and to keep putting behind in the wayside and keep living your life like it's normal. It's not normal. That's why they call it the end of time. Time is done now. And going forward, it's God's earth. And if you have healing to do, it may not be pretty. It is time to see through the lens of God and God only. You better heal your way there now, because you're about to watch the unfolding of the big, I don't even know what word to use, because no words do it justice. What is about to unfold? No words do it justice, my friends. I have been last few nights getting downloads of my time as Eve. And my DM is Adam, and he died. I have a new one. But people need to take this seriously now. If you're not listening to God, you better start listening to God now. If the DM can hear me, he better get on board because he's hurting people by not. Guys, we got to take this seriously. You need to take every day as if it was your last one because you don't know. You don't know what's about to unfold. You need to understand that the world is about to shift in a very big way. And for some, it's going to be miserable. For others, it will get better and better as long as you know how to ride those waves, as long as you are healing, truly healing. Not ego healing. There's a difference. So beware. I know what it takes. I've spent the last 4 years healing myself and undoing everything back to the beginning of time and setting it up for the rapture. All 12 gates of darkness are closed. All 13 back to heaven are the only ones open, and darkness can only leave. It cannot stay. So anywhere you are holding on to pieces of you, you better let it go because you don't even know who you are until you are completely healed to the core of who you are, to the creation of time through God. Do you understand the words that I'm saying? So if I've told you in the past that you're a healer and you don't want to see it, it's because you can't yet. You didn't heal enough. Healing is very much so complex. It takes time. And I've been warning and warning and warning people. It takes a lot of time to heal everything you need to heal. And as a master healer, that's the path. That's the one that takes everything out for you and gets you through those gates as quickly as possible. That's the only thing that separates you from what's about to come from the collective soul. That's why it's only a gift given to some. It's a privilege. And I had somebody mock that recently too. Do not do that. Do not close your eyes to God and to the fact that maybe you don't know who you really are. There's more to you than meets the eye, my friend. Let's start finding you now. Get ready to watch what's about to come. Nobody can escape it. Nobody. So much love to all of you. Time is over. It's reset now. That's the portal you just went through. I have been taken back to the creation of me. And you're doing the same. Can you see it? Do you know who you are completely? I don't think so. So much love. Till next time, please watch the workshops. You'll know about more what's coming. It's something to take seriously. Till next time.